The video you're about to watch is a preview from one of my fashion design courses available online at Fashion Premier Academy. Here we go. Okay, we're ready for a basic bodice back. We have our lovely piece of muslin with our 1-inch grain line, 1 inch away from the edge of the muslin. And we're going to pin this 1-inch grain line onto the center back of the form. So start with a few inches up on top and pin your muslin onto the form. Now, again, watch what happens here. Pinning is important. Watch this. If I put my pin in this direction, right? Watch what happens. If I pull even slightly on the muslin, the whole thing falls apart. So what you want to do is you want to pin your muslin onto center back in this direction so that it anchors the muslin onto the form, so that even if I pull, and you should not pull by the way, but even if I do pull on it lightly, see, it's not going to go anywhere. It's solid in there. Okay, I've pinned my center back onto the form. I'm going to start with my neckline, and just like we did in the front, go up about 1 inch or so, clip, and up we go. And then we're going to clip downward towards the neckline so that the muslin will lay flat onto the form. Okay, put a few pins onto the neckline, on the neckline, right there, on the shoulder. Okay. There's a dart here in the back, aligning with your princess seam, with your princess line. See that? So there's a standard measurement, which is about 1 inch to 1.25 inches, is the width of the dart. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to smooth my muslin, find where the princess line is, put a little pin right here, and put a little cross mark, like so. And then I'm going to measure 1 inch or 1.25 inches. In this case, I'll do 1 inch. This is a size 4 form, it's rather small. So I'll do a 1-inch dart. So from my cross mark, I'm going to measure 1 inch right there, and that will become my dart. I'm going to take this cross mark, fold it over to the other one like that, and eventually this will become my dart, which you'll see in a minute. So I'm going to close, and again, all this pulling, all this tension needs to be released, and the way to do that is we always slash towards the waistline, like so. And you'll see that as you get familiar and comfortable with draping, you know that at some point any extra fabric that might get in the way can easily be trimmed, including the side seam. Well, not the side seam, but part of the side seam. We don't need all this fabric. And keep slashing if necessary. Maybe a few more slashes towards the waistline. And okay, we'll put a pin where the waistline and the side seam meet. We'll put a pin. We'll put a few pins onto the side seam. Okay. And again, if you see that this fabric gets in the way, just go ahead and trim the fat. Here we go. Okay. We're going to mark our waistline. And again, it's the bottom of the tape. We're going to mark where the side seam is. And the armhole. And our shoulder and neckline. At some point I want to bring the two pieces, the front and the back, together at the side seam and at the shoulder to see if it fits correctly, if the side seams match. So there's two ways you can do that. You can either take the two pieces of muslin together and pin the two pieces together, the front and the back, put pins on the side seam, or another way of matching is you take your one side and you fold it over to the other side and you pin fabric to fabric, not to the form, but fabric to fabric, not to the form. Okay, so there's space between the muslin and the form. Still, you want to make sure that the side seams are the same length and everything falls into place. Now, one last thing about this dart here, we haven't done anything with this dart. Basically, the dart, here's the dart. The dart is usually 7 inches in length. So from the waistline, you measure 7 inches, and that is the end of the dart, the vanishing point of the dart. Okay, next I'm going to show you how to drape a basic skirt. Okay? See you in class. Thank you for watching this video. Check out all the courses available at Fashion Premier Academy by clicking the link below. And be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it so that you will be notified when I post new videos, which is every week. I'll see you in class.